Hello, my name is Zach Smith, and today I'll be presenting how to construct a resume. Alright, so first things first, let's go over what is a resume. A job resume is a document that markets yourself when applying for a job. A resume should provide your skills, education, and professional background. The first thing we do when constructing a resume is selecting an appropriate template. The template that I will be going over today is called the standard resume template. A standard resume template would look something like this. As you can see on your right, it will list the header, objective, education, experience, and awards sections. But instead of awards, we will be going over skills as a replacement. It is important that you know that there are many templates out there that you can choose from, but you need to choose an appropriate template for whatever job you're applying for. For example, a babysitter may use a template that differs from what an accountant would use for their resume. The first section of your resume that we will be going over is what is called the header. The header is basically the contact section of your resume. This will include your full name, email address, phone number, and home address. It doesn't really matter what order you put this in, as long as your first name is first and you include all of this information and it is located in the top center of the page. It is also optional to provide a face picture of yourself in the top left corner next to your full name. And you can also provide any other appropriate information you think will belong in the header. And as you can see to your right, here is an example of what a header will look like.
Below the header section is the objective section. This section provides a brief objective statement about your objective and goal once you receive the position you are applying for. This section is usually directed towards a specific job. Here would be an example. To obtain a tax law assistant position with Jones, Smith & Schultz, LLP to help strengthen the tax practice area of your firm. After the objective section, we can now move on to the education section. In the education section, we want to list our most recent education, not including high school. So under this, we include school name, our full degree, expected graduation or graduation date, any achievements like if you were a student president or a valedictorian, and here would be an example. Once you've completed the education section, you can now move on to the employee background section. In this section, you will be listing all your previous jobs starting with the first one down. Under this section, you can include the company name, position, start and end date, and your achievements. You can list these all in this order. And under the achievements section, you can list some achievements that you accomplished. For example, if you moved up in a position in your previous job, it can show your employer that you have hard-working ability and that you have experience. Our last section of the resume is the skills section. In this section, you'll be listing all the skills that you excel in. For example, teamwork, problem solving, leadership, or self-motivating. After going over how to construct a resume, it is important that you address all my do's and don'ts because a resume can be the breaking point of obtaining a job. So first, let's go over the do's. You want to market yourself. You want to make yourself stand out from the rest. You want to look for errors in your resume. Errors can turn off employers and can make you seem careless. You want to have a professional job document. You want to make it look neat, not unorganized or sloppy. And you want to make sure all your dates, job titles, job names are all correct. Now let's address the don'ts. You don't want to lie about any information. You don't want to put anything that doesn't belong on your resume. You don't need references unless they are needed. Don't include gender, race, religion, etc. Those are not necessary on resumes. And lastly, you never want to handwrite a resume. They should always be typed.